right, episode 24. We're on our way to the funny number, and no, it's not the number you think. Hello, it's me. It's Saturday, that's right. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I've got great news! I am finally employed. That's right. Started working, I think this is my third day. This is my third day. It's my third official day. And it's going great. Clientele's great. Staff's great. Management's good. And on top of things, competent. That's what you want, That's what you need. And, really like it, And, happy that I have it. What else is happening? I mean, nothing else really, to be honest. Just having that big old, I want to say, I almost said incident. That's not a good word. Event. There you go. Happened in my life. And, I was going to tell you about the app that I have, but I already told you about the mood tracker app that I have. That I try to make sure that I log into. I don't know. It's just a good little, stamp on the day, just to be like, hey, this is how I feel, But, what else? I don't know. I don't really think there's anything else right now. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead and, you need to get out your latest issue of Matt Moments Digest. All right, I had the whole thing thought out last night, and I should have written it down. And it was all, but that's basically what it is. That's the gist of it, okay? Because it's like magazine. It's giving magazine, right? And I was like, oh no. I was like, you should be opening the magazine, but it can't be one. You have to have your own. So you have to get the latest edition of Matt Moments. But I had something else. I had something in the middle of it, and I don't remember what it was. I don't know. Sit down and get out your latest edition. Because it's time to start. Whatever. We don't really need the middle bit. If it's going to be that, we don't need that. So, I like doing the live editing. Leave me alone. Okay. It is called Matt Moments Digest, though. I will confirm that 100%. Unless it's taken. I should probably look that up. But, until that point, the name will stay. Okay. So, SmackDown. This was in Dallas. Alright. Shout out to Josh Lopez. I gotta keep doing that. Alright. So, Logan comes out, right, and he's basically self-promoting, right, and he eventually, alright, you know what, I feel like I should read it. Boy, Dallas, do I have a surprise for you? Drum roll, please. No, Dallas, you're not dreaming. My company, Prime Hydrate. Is this real? I hope this isn't real. He's partnering with WWE. And he pulled that cloth back, and when I tell you I felt like my mind got freaked, I got David Blaine. You know what I'm saying? I got Chris Angel walking through did you see that? Did you see that video of Chris Angel? This is when I knew, listen, this is when I knew magic was fake. When Chris Angel was like, oh, I can walk through solid bars, right? And he was like, all right, I'm going to walk through it. But before I do that, I need a big fucking piece of plywood to put in front of me where all you can see are my shins, my hands, and then the top of my head. And of course my sunglasses. He pushes through, and I'll never forget this, because I'm watching this video, and as I'm watching it, I'm breaking down mentally, hey, what the fuck? Wait a minute, man. So he comes through, there's because you gotta have witnesses, because otherwise everyone's just gonna say it's fake, because why would it be fake? So witnesses are pushing the bar, yeah, no, nothing's coming through. And then I'm not joking, immediately after that, I clicked on another video. I don't know if it was, the videos pop up at the end. I don't know if I clicked on another video. It's literally a video that tells you how he did it. And the bars just open one side. And they just, I don't know, I guess they just do it really quietly. And that's when I was like, bro, this is stupid. Anyway, so Matt pulled back in the middle of the ring. It's the Prime logo. They've got this drop down camera. It's all right, never went back to it. So, okay. Oh, so, okay. And okay. I'm trying to get back to my spot, but I'm also not trying to read the same thing over again. You'll have to excuse me. Starting at WrestleMania, and every PLE from now on, I'm glad that you are as excited as I am, because now I would like to welcome to the prime. Okay, so KSI comes out. We're just like, okay, coming all the way over from England. Just at this moment, I think a moment big deserves a photo, and then Randy comes out, and then he goes to RKO Logan. Logan powders. KSI stuck in the ring, does the thing where he's like, oh, he's right by me. And then he gets an RKO. They use a top-down camera. I want to give a shout-out to KSI. My man, you took that RKO fantastically. Okay, that was amazing. Not many people can do that. Some people, you could do like Kane and take it on the knees. Like, some people don't know that they got to like just go flat out, you know? Man, he took it really well. And then we had Randy Orton, because it's Kevin Owens, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Theory and Waller. I mean, all right, if we're doing this, I mean, I don't agree with this, mainly because it's just loss after loss for Theory and Waller, which I guess they can take. I don't know, it just feels so weird that, like, them losing, I feel like it's not really hurting them. I feel like it is, like, by default, but, like, I mean, they literally, at the time of this recording, did Randy Orton and Grayson Waller, just, like, literally last night. So, like, they're clearly, like, you know, I don't know, they're just changing it up. So, Kevin Owens, alright, Orton and Owens connects with a pop-up RKO, oh yeah, after the match. Logan Paul attacks Orton, and Owens from behind. Oh yeah, and then Paul tries to hit him with the brass knuckles. Orton takes him, and then he puts him in his trunks, and it's like, every time I see that, whether it's movies, TV, whether it's a woman who puts like a key in her bra or something, it's like, so you're like not gonna feel that? Like that's not gonna poke you, stab you or anything? You're not gonna be like, you're not gonna be like, hold on, let me turn around for a second and adjust? No, you're just gonna slap that in there. That's all good to go. That's just in a perfectly snug position. I never understood that. You're just gonna put brass knuckles have like, you gotta put your fingers in little holes, and it's got the little like end part. It's got a little like extra like extent. It's got a spoiler on the end that I guess you grip around for the punch. I'm like, is that not? No, you're just all right. That really, really confused me. Like, that's all I was thinking about when he did it. I'm like, why would you do that? Okay. Get a video recap of Damage Control's beatdown. Bayley gets a sit-down interview. She's really hurt, and I like this. I think they're doing a really good job with selling a lot of these matches, moving to WrestleMania. I think they know for a fact that WrestleMania is all about where the culmination of, like, all of the, I want to say the relationship, you know? It's almost like a, you know, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. Why did I say relationship? Anyway, I do like what they're doing now. And what they're doing with Bayley. The Dakota Kai thing was kind of like, all right, you know, it was a means to an end. But now we're here, you know, you might as well, you didn't need to like drag it out. So, Kayla says, looking ahead to WrestleMania, how does this affect your preparation for your title match against Io? Bayley said, well, the good thing is it's made me more focused. I don't know if she said that. I swear I heard her say that. This might just be Mandela effect. I was watching this and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that, anyway. Damage Control made the biggest mistake of their life underestimating. There's a reason why I've been in this spot for so long. It's because I can adapt. I build Damage Control with all my heart, and I'll do everything in my soul to break them. Okay. So, is it me? Do you remember when she was getting attacked last week? Am I crazy, or did she have like her hair? She had like a little ponytail coming out. Was that on purpose? I don't know. Maybe she just has a lot of hair. Okay, so this is very interesting. So, crossfades to Naomi watching. I like that they don't do like the weird Bret Hart like 90 degree TV angle anymore. I like that so cuts to Naomi, right? Naomi's actually like, okay, I feel where she's coming from and I can sympathize with her, or like, you know, I empathize with what she's dealing with. And Bianca's like, I don't know what you're talking about. She said a lot of times she did that to herself, which fair? Not really, though, because, like, that's like saying, all right, I'm going to build this team up and openly saying out loud, this team is going to betray me, and I'm going to be okay with that. If that's the case, then it's like, well, all right, I don't see what you're upset about. But, like, Bayley, as you can plainly see, genuinely felt like she was, like, having a bond and stuff like that, and was really, like, trying to take the team to, like, new levels. Like, she really was. So, like, you can understand why she's upset that they, like, kicked her out. So I don't understand where Bianca's coming from in that regard of, like, oh, she shouldn't be upset about this. So it's like, she has a lot to be upset about. So, curious where that's going to end up. Maybe leads to it. Well, you'd have to have a lot of people, so we'll see what happens. Lashley versus Cross. It was a disqualification because the AOP, like, just starts beating the shit out of him. Lashley drops Cross with a lariat on the floor. Lashley drives Cross face first into the ring post, rolls Cross back into the ring. Cross sidesteps Lashley into the turnbuckles, blocks the hurt lock. Cross hits a flatliner into the top turnbuckle pad, hits a modified Death Valley driver, talks smack to Lashley. He fights out of the fireman's carry. Lashley fights out of the fireman's carry. Cross decks Lashley with a back elbow. Lashley ducks like, oh, from Cross. I'm trying to, like, read. See, I can't do this, man. I can't do it. I'm trying to read, but, like, I'm trying to remember what's happening, and I can't. Listen, alright, SmackDown was a long time ago. Leave me alone. Okay, the Street Profits. Yeah, look. Hold on. Lashley prepares for a spear. Yeah, look, an AOP attacks Lashley. They literally just appear. They just spawn. They start beating him up. The Street Profits come in. Hell breaks loose. AOP catches forward in midair. Yeah, because he, like, dives to the outside, right? I believe. And then Dawkins hits a flying crossbody off the ring apron into both of them. I do remember this happening, but I don't remember this specifically happening. But, like, even when I take notes, I don't really, like, write down the highlights of the match anyway. So, like, unless, like, something really crazy happens, like when Dijak opened that box and it hit him in his no-no square. Stuff like that. But you know what? I would write this down, though. Cross body block. Lashley with a flatliner. Scarlett gets in the way. Oh, yeah, B-Flab starts beating Scarlett up. Scarlett runs. Lashley applies the hurt lock. The final testament lays out the Street Profits and Cross plants Lashley with the final prayer that always makes me feel like he's going to, like, land him on his head, but he doesn't. It's like he gets him up in, like, a pump handle and then, like, twists him. So, that's a lot. Elektra Lopez and Elektra Lopez and, Santos Escobar. So, basically, Legado del Fantasma just start bullying Dragon Lee. They just start bullying him. Elektra Lopez walks up and they all just keep going, you're not going to be Rey Mysterio. And they, like, push him down. It's like, okay, then, sure. So, Bull Nakano and the U.S. Express are in the Hall of Fame. Tiffany Stratton versus Mia Yim. This was a decent match. Tiffany won. Okay, so AJ Styles cuts a promo. And, okay, this is for LA Knight. And anyone else wondering why it fell across the world. And he was like, he was like, you think you run the place? The promo was I remember it just being very, like, alright, like, is that it? Like, is that really why we're doing this? LA Knight definitely did save it, though, with his promo last night, but, like, man, I had to admit, even though I thought your shtick was funny until you had the audacity to steal momentum. Oh, yeah, because he pushed him out of the way, remember, and, like, the Fatal 4-Way was, like, moving him, but that, I did say, I did like where the storyline, like, didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It actually stemmed from something. You're an overachieving, undertalented loudmouth who is desperately in need to be humbled, and I'm a phenomenal choice for the job. Okay, and then LA Knight starts beating up the TV. Like, okay, I mean, if that's what you gotta do, then sure. I don't know what you needed to beat the TV up for. That seemed a little bit unnecessary, to be honest. Dragon Lee versus Garza. What happens? Garza headbutts Lee. Lee gets Garza tied up in the tree of woe. Lee hits the flying double foot stomp. Garza wisely exits the ring. I can't say exit, man. Lee lands the somersault plancha. Rolls Garza back in the ring. Garza super kicks Lee. Talk smack. Whips Lee across the ring. Goes for the pop-up powerbomb. Lee counters with Hurricane to pick up the victory. Legado del Fantasma gang up on Lee after the match and plants Lee with the Cerberus. Oh yeah, where they like, it's like the Spirit Bomb finisher, but there's like just 3 of them because they like put him off the. Is it off the ropes? I think it is. it's off the ropes, and then they pop up. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, but they gotta do something. Anyway, so okay, this is a Rey Mysterio will return next week. Yeah, they made like a whole thing about that. So cut to a Damage Control promo. Bailey, you say you put your... This is Dakota Kai. Bailey, you say you put your heart into creating Damage Control. Let's be honest, I've always been the brains. Is this going to do anything? Because I've been thinking about this lately. Is this going to culminate to EO and the Kabuki Warriors just being like... just like flicking Dakota off? And then Dakota goes with Bailey? Because that's what it feels like. Because Dakota's been really... Hold on, am I echoing? Oh my god. Okay, I don't think I am. Anyway, so... I don't know if that's going to be anything. They just, like, Dakota's been really, like, I'm in the brains, I've been, behind everything, and I've been, like, in charge of all this stuff, like, I don't know. Is that gonna, we'll have to see, I don't know. Asuka says it was easy to manipulate you, and it always has been. Sky says you're never part of our vision. It's pretty basically just, you suck, Bailey. We've been better than you anyway. Alright, so, Roman comes out, Cody comes out, Rock comes out, Rollins comes out, and Rollins accepts the challenge, and then Roman is like, oh, you're going to let him answer? And then Rock basically is like, oh, you're a mistake. And then Cody smacks him, and then they go off the air, and that's literally it. And there's nothing else. So, I thought that there was going to be like a post, like some sort of like exclusive, after Raw, after SmackDown went off the air, but I didn't see anything. So, unless I'm just blind and dumb, and I will never amount to anything in my entire life. Alright, we're going to Raw, that's right. Because I don't think anything else happened. Alright, no, not this one. It's this one, yes, okay. Alright. Yeah, so... Raw, Houston, Texas. Shout out to Josh Lopez. So, who comes out? Drew comes out. He's basically talking about WrestleMania. And Rollins is basically like, I'm not even worried about you. You're not on my level. And then, yeah. So, you want me to put you out of your misery? You want me to swing on you? You want me to drop you? I'm not going to do it. I have to face you at WrestleMania. I have to pin you at WrestleMania. And there's nothing you can say that'll provoke me. And then Drew walks out. And Rollins goes, hey, Drew, one more thing. You want to know why I haven't paid much attention to you on the road to WrestleMania? Well, it's because of all the things. Oh, yeah, because Rollins keeps talking about, it's bigger than us, and we got to stop The Rock and Roman. And Drew's like, don't do that because they're going to interfere, and I'm going to lose. You got The Rock, you got Roman Reigns, you got my broken back, you got my blown out knee, and then at the very bottom of my list, the thing I'm worried about the least is Drew McIntyre. Which I feel like you could have just said you. Okay, so then they play a Chad Gable vignette, which is like, ugh. And then we got Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Do we not have this already? Am I an idiot? I think that's when... Goes out the ring. Oh, yeah. That's when she hits her with... Which I thought the manhandle slam, she goes all the way down. She doesn't. It's like a Uranagi. So she hits the manhandle slam, like, on the ropes, and she goes back and hits the manhandle slam again. And then she wins. And then... to pick up the victory. After the match, Rhea Ripley comes down to the ring. Oh yeah, and then I think this is where Becky said, I've been doubting myself, and when people believe in me, I do good, but when people doubt me, I do great. And it's just like, did I say that? There's a little bit of doubt. Yeah, look, the whole world doesn't stand. Yeah, look, I'm great. So Rhea, if it has to be me against the whole world doesn't stand a chance. Which it's like, she's not listen. I'm not saying that she's doing bad. I'm just saying that Rhea is, like, someone has to, like, do, like, better, I guess. And I feel like it's been more Rhea than it has been Becky. But Becky is, like, I like that. Becky is doing well. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, my God, they're announcing. So, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis announced the 6-pack. Is this a tag one, right? 6-on privilege. Yeah, tag team, yeah. So, okay, here's my predictions for this. So we've got, now, I didn't see SmackDown, but I did see that so, are they going, because it was LWO versus OTM, and man, OTM put up a fight, but LWO won. Was that, I think that was just a tag team, I think, because SmackDown it was Pretty Deadly versus No Quarter Catch Crew, which I'm pretty sure No Quarter Catch Crew. I haven't even seen it. I'm pretty sure they're going to win. So it might be them. Okay, so you got Judgment Day, you got No Quarter Catch Crew. I was going with, so hear me out, right? Street Profits, Alpha Academy, No Quarter Catch Crew, and then, because it's 5, no. Yeah. Judgment Day, No Quarter Catch Crew, Street Profits, Alpha Academy, 5, because that's 4. What's another tag team? I'm trying to think. No, they wouldn't go in, not AOP. What's another one? I don't know. There's other tag teams. Because it's not Pretty Deadly, because they just lost. They had to have lost, right? Might be LWO. I'm going to say LWO. That's 7. Never mind. So LWO, I replace it with LWO. What did I say before? Whatever I said before, I'm just replacing it with LWO. That's my prediction. That was so terrible. But there's so many tag teams, and there has to be 6 of them, counting Judgment Day. Anyway, so that's the day notes. Judgment Day visibly upset about the decision inside their clubhouse. Candice LeRae and Edie Hartwell versus Ivory. This is so dumb. This was so dumb. Can I just say how stupid this was? So, Maxine's going... Listen, okay? Listen, Maxine the wrestler, Maxine the person, both of them are absolutely fantastic, wonderful people. Would never be rude to them a day in my entire life, and if anyone is ever rude to them, I will be very upset. You can't wrestle. If I picked up a guitar right now and said, oh, I'm a professional musician, and started just destroying the strings, you'd be like, hey, you're not a professional musician, though? Hey, put the guitar down. I'm not telling her to get out of the ring. Well, technically I am, but get into another ring to train, you see. That's basically what I'm saying. She's not terrible. She's bad. Yeah, Lash Legend was bad, and now Lash Legend is really good. Crazy. It's almost like you can train. So, she goes for the worm. Candice literally gets into the ring, and it's like, hey, don't do that move on her. She literally said she's not going to take that. And then, thank the gods that she was like, that what she said was off mic, because she said, okay, do I even want to say it? Oh, well, okay, guess the range doesn't belong here because he spoke fun at the online hate. Okay, yeah, she was like, oh, you deserve it. And then she was like, oh, it's good that your dead brother's not here to see this. And it's like, what? And then Maxine's like on the verge of tears. And then Indy hits her with the finish, and then that's it. And it's like, okay. And then backstage exclusive. I love saying that. I want to give a shout out, my OSW. Okay, so backstage exclusive. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna say Kathy Kelly. One of them, man. The good news is there's a lot of them. The bad news is I have the memory of a goldfish. So they're backstage interview. Homegirl's like, why'd you say that? And Candice is like, doesn't matter. And Eddie's like, I don't know what you said either. I don't know why you said it. What did you say? And then she just walks off. And then I'm just going to call them the Twinkle Twins because I don't feel like calling them I could just say Carter and Chance, but I'm just going to say the Twinkle Twins because it's just easier. And I know who I'm talking about and you'll understand just as I keep saying. So Twinkle Twins come in and I'm like, oh, I hate it. They come in. They're like, what's going on with her? And Eddie's like, I don't know. So I don't know if that's going to do anything. We'll see what happens with that. Okay. Did I miss anything? Judgment Day confronts Adam Pearce. Livid about the ladder match announcement. Finn is scared of ladders. Who came up with this idea? They would have a match with awesome Truth. Pearce says they're not here because they're doing media. Truth appears. Truth forgets that today is Monday. Priest tells Pearce to make them. Oh, yeah, because that's what they do. Our Truth is a good wrestler. I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, so Cody Rhodes. Michael Cole, Cody Rhodes interview in the ring. Basically just super, super, super putting over the match. Cody cries. She's the only one I got left, and I can't hand it to Dusty Rhodes, but I can certainly hand it to Michelle Rubio, or how about my number one fan? Someone you know very well because you're hired her, my wife, Brandy Rhodes, the most beautiful woman on earth. She took a shot on me when I was wearing a goofy mask and taking RKOs every night. Is he talking about the see-through face mask? Because that's not really goofy. I thought that was pretty nice. Sorry, the story is beyond me, but Michael, it's up to me. Roman Reigns last year at WrestleMania, you said you were in the 3rd inning. Oh yeah, and he was like, this is the last inning. Michael, I'm so glad we got this moment because of WrestleMania XL on night 2. You get to say your first time in history of the company for the first time in history of my family. Cody Rhodes is undisputed champion. You get to say at WrestleMania XL, Cody Rhodes finished the story. It really puts it over. Okay, no, this is it. Am I dumb? Okay, I don't know why I thought I saw this, like, what? Anyway, so Lynch and Liv come backstage, they shake hands, and then Nia literally, man, just comes in, beats them both up, and it's like, oh, you guys gonna make out? And she throws Liv into, I don't know what they're called, like, cases, the little, like, roller cart guys, the big, like, case dudes, throws them in there, throws Becky through the table, leaves. And then backstage exclusive, I gotta start watching these, backstage exclusive, gets interviewed, Nia gets interviewed, and then she's like, oh, Becky challenges you to a last woman standing match. I think it was next week, and she's like, bring it, and then she moves out of the lane. She's like, rude. So, Kabuki Warriors for Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark for the women's tag team. This is a match that they were upset about because they're like, oh, why is this happening? Because they're challenging on NXT, and it's like, bruh, we know they're not going to win. It's a TV match. Why would you change the titles on TV, like, so frequently? That doesn't make any sense. So, like, you know they're not going to win. Anyway, that's good. Oh yeah, so they've really been selling. I want to give a shout out to them. They, yeah. I don't know who I want to say the producers. They've been putting over the effectiveness of the assisted insane elbow finisher that the Kabuki Warriors have so far. Like, I would say, like, it's been like a 1 out of 10 chance of kicking out of that thing. So I like that they've been putting that over. Dakota Kai trips Baszler from the outside. Same with the spinning back fist. Tags in Asuka. Roundhouse kick. Tags insane because you know they're going for a finish. So I like that she tagged in Asuka, and I'm like, okay. Oh shit! I don't know if I've been talking out of the wrong side of the mic. I like how they went for the finish, and I like how you can just tell that Asuka's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just do this because I'm just gonna tag it back in anyway. They win. Ruby tells Andrade El Idolo that they can continue to discuss business when Dominic returns next week. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I guess they might as well just let him join Judgment Day. That's a pretty decent idea, but I don't know if it's going to get, like, NWO size when it's, like, too many of them, because, I don't know. We'll see what happens. JD's been, like, getting sunk in, though, so that's good. His little groove's been getting worked in. Finn Balor says that Andrade can bring a lot to the table. We'll see where that culminates. So, Freeze First Truth. Truth webs at everybody with flying clothesline. Drops Truth with a lariat. South of Heaven picks up the victory. Lynch challenges Nia Jax. Yeah, last woman standing match for next week's show. Muhammad Ali. Oh, Muhammad Ali's in the Hall of Fame. All right, cool. And then, oh, what? In 2 weeks, CM Punk returns live. Okay. In 2 weeks. Okay, I didn't like the Jey Uso promo. I didn't like it. Didn't put over the importance. Didn't do like Trick did and put over the relationship and how long they've known each other and the stuff that they've been through and, you know, the feelings, the genuine feelings of like, oh, I want us to win and we've done so many things and, you know, we've been the tag team champions for a long time and I love you and I thought that you really cared about me and you betrayed me in the biggest match of my career. Didn't say anything like that. Literally was just like, did the yeet, you know, brother versus brother, twin versus twin, blood versus blood, Uso versus Uso, me versus me, Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. Hey, Jimmy, so much challenge because I'm going to knock the yeet out of your ass. I said, like, what? Like, come on. That's it. That's all he said. 2 stars. Boo. Boo you, sir. Thumbs down. Come on now. Could have talked about so much. You know? Ugh. So, got the backstage interview. 640 days as champion. No doubt it has been a run. Jackie Redmond. Okay. No doubt it has been a run. I think it was Caleb Braxton and Kathy Kelly who do like the exclusive. I think Kathy Kelly did the exclusive for Nia Jax. I'm going to keep saying it like that. And then I think Caleb Braxton was backstage. But I remember it being taller, so it might have been. Listen, Kayla's short. It might have been Kathy. I don't know. Whoever believed that it's none of my concern, I focus on my legacy. In fact, 640 days ago, I beat Ricochet to become the Intercontinental Champion, and I took over the responsibility for myself and for the legacy of this great brass. And since then, I've elevated this title to heights it's never seen before. So tonight, the very best of Monday Night Raw will step into the ring and leave it all out there. Puts over the title. I like when they put over the talent, but not so much where it's like, they're good, but I'm better, you know. So, Zayn, all right. Chad should have won. I had my dark horse was Chad. If you remember what I said, my dark horse was Chad. My second was Nakamura, Ricochet, and JD. Great match. JD's fantastic. I love like Dolph Ziggler's who like they can lose and it's fine. Like it doesn't hurt their character. They can still come out and like put their character over enough, right? to get themselves in a match. And then, anyway, so JD loses, and then Bronson Reed comes out, flattens Ricochet, and then Sami Zayn comes out, and Zayn rolls up Bronson, and then Bronson hits the tsunami anyway as Nakamura comes out, and then Nakamura hits Nakamura gets a Kinshasa, Sami kicks out, Sami hits a haluva kick and gets the win, and as soon as he won, I was like, that's it. Chad Gable comes out, puts on a fucking wrestling clinic, and I wanted him to win. I knew from the rip that Sami won. I knew that. Watched the entire thing from start to finish, and I was like, I cannot believe Chad didn't win. I'm watching this knowing what's going to happen, and I'm like, Chad, do it! Defy the odds! And he did it! Can't believe this. Backstage exclusive, I think, with Kathy. And he's just dejected. Just can't believe it. He's like, it's a visceral feeling, you know? And he just doesn't know what to do with himself. I'm on TikTok. I watch a TikTok edit of him not being able to win against Gunther, and I'm beside myself. And I don't know what's going to happen with him. I want him to be at WrestleMania so badly. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be Alpha Academy in the 6-pack challenge at WrestleMania. I think that I'm going to say that that's a lock, but I don't know for sure. But my heart wants to say that Alpha Academy are going to be in there, and the Street Profits. So, all right, it's this one, I believe. All right. So, NXT, Winter Park, Florida. Shout out to Josh Lopez. So then, first round match and a number one contender qualifier match. Okay, I think this is for a completely different thing altogether, because I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, number one contender match, right? And I'm like, is this its own? Anyway, so this was a really decent match. OTM actually really did put up a decent fight, but LWO ended up picking up the win. Thea Hale is dejected that JC is ghosting her. However, she's a grown-ass woman and she has other friends. Thea picks Kalani Jordan. Kalani Jordan? I thought it was Fallon Henley? What? It wasn't. I'm an idiot. Help? Okay. For her match, Kiana James and Izzy Dame. So Roxanne comes out. Anyway. And she's like, hey, I broke her arm. That's right. I did it. Can I get my title, please? Because I never lost it. Ava comes out and is like, I wasn't finished talking yet. Please don't interrupt again. We didn't just immediately strip you of your championship. We waited until we saw the full extent of the injuries. And while I may have not been the GM at the time, I do think. And then Tatum Paxley comes out. And then Ava just keeps telling Tatum to get out. And that's pretty much it. So Tony D'Angelo is at dinner with our Adriana and Stacks. And they're basically talking about, hey, we did everything. You know, it's really good. Io comes in. And then Tony shoos everyone away. He sits down. He's like, congratulations. And Tony's basically like, I control things. And he's like, I like you. You're a really good guy. And then he takes him. And then he puts him in the trunk. And I thought he was in the back passenger seat. And he wasn't. That was Adriana. He puts him in the trunk, drives to a bridge, takes him out. And it's basically like, I can kill you. It's basically like, hey, I'm in control of things. You may be the champion, but I'm in control of stuff. And I can kill you. And Ilya's like, I'm not afraid of you. And then Tony's like, think about this. And then he puts him. And then he walks off. And then Lexis King versus Mr. Stone. Actually, a really decent match. Mr. Stone can wrestle. Shouts out to him. Coordination. Von Wagner storms down the ramp. Oh yeah, he scoops him up and then just drags him off, and then that's it. Kelly Kincaid had a backstage interview with Oba Femi. Oba calls Jensen an ignorant boy that's trying to convince himself that he's ready for a fight, but in the reality, he's not ready to step into his jungle. He will be slaughtered. Dijak interrupts the conversation. Dijak doesn't buy what Oba's selling. Once he's done fooling around, let's see if he can prove if he's a real champion. Rich Holland talking to his family on FaceTime. Wish him luck out of his match with Shawn Spears. Mama mia, this match. Mama. Anyway, we'll get to that. Oba just annihilates Brooks pretty much. Josh comes out, watches the whole time. And that's why I thought it was going to be Josh versus Femi. But now that I'm thinking that it's Josh versus Femi, and then you got Dijak versus Femi, it's like, okay, maybe triple threat, maybe Dijak first, and then Josh. I get them mixed up. Anyway, so Yeah, basically destroys him. Family teases throwing Ilya over the bridge. Tony D'Angelo tells Dragunov that this is not personal. This is about the NXT Championship. Dragunov is not intimidated. Intimidated? Yeah. Tony says that he can finish everything with the snap of his fingers. Dragunov begs Tony to snap his finger. Says that one thing Tony will find out about him is that he always finds a way. Sure. So, listen, I'm not like, I was thinking more of like, so if you did get like thrown off the bridge, you're saying that you would just, well, listen, he finds a way. Listen. Gigi Dolan. Oh, yeah. And then, what happened? Oh, my God. Whatever you, listen, if you bought, folks, what happened in this match defies all odds of storytelling, and Martin Scorsese could never. I don't even care what happened in the match. Double crotch shot to both women. They punched themselves in their no-no square. So, Ariana did it first. Grace talks smack. Grace is trying to put a crown on Dolan's head. Grace delivers a low blow behind the referee's back. Right, with the boot. Gets her up there. Right? And then Dolan just does it outright in front of the ref. And then calls the match off. Okay, sure, I guess. Silver having a conversation with Carmen Petrovic. Solo's unfinished business with Blair. Lola Vice pokes fun at Petrovic being a karate girl. There's a karate girl. Oh, yeah. And then there's homegirl who does all the flips. Those are two different people. I'm telling you, man. I listen. I know. I understand, all right? I'm trying. Vice says that Petrovic couldn't beat her in a cage or a ring. Petrovic challenges Vice to a match. Soul's trying to be the peacemaker. Brinley Reese gives Soul props for her sportsmanship. Kalani Jordan got jumped in the backstage area ahead of this. Oh, that's it. Coco can't handle it. Listen, Kalani, oh yeah, that's why it was Fallon Henley. I'm like, bro, I know, I'm not crazy. Kalani got jumped in the backstage area ahead of this next tag match. Yeah, it was Fallon Henley. Oh yeah, because Thea's out there by herself, and then Fallon runs out. So, shouts out to Fallon. So, yeah, I guess it's going to be, Carmen and Lola Vice next week. I guess in like a cage? I don't know. So, who it's, yeah, okay, because the finish is, the match is actually 5 stars. The match is actually really good. It was actually really good. The back and forth, the tag team, the saves, I really liked it. It was actually a really decent match. The finish comes where Thea's on the outside. Oh my God. Izzy's on the outside. And then Fallon comes on the outside. Right? And then Izzy goes to boot Fallon. JC moves Fallon out of the way. And then Izzy boots Thea. And then rolls Thea in. Kiana hits the bankrupt. And that's how they win. And then Thea does like a weird, I don't know if it's just, I know they're on TV, and I know hard cam. Kind of odd that they're standing on like is it just me? Thea's like talking to JC, but like not at her, behind her. Like she's, like JC can see Thea's like full back as Thea's talking, and it's like, okay, I get it, but like weird. So Thea's like, basically yelling at JC. And then just calls her rotten. Hale idolized her, but she was wrong, and she's done. She apologized for not being cool enough for JC's toxic lifestyle. Guess what? The old Hale's back. Yeah, and then she says, bitch, and it's like, all right. And then she runs around the ring twice. Then she has to chase you, and it's like, okay, sure, great. I like the little storyline. That was great. No quarter catch crew had a confrontation with Nathan Frazier, Axiom, and Riley Osborne. Drew Gulak promises that NQCC will be walking on a stand to deliver as the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Okay, yeah, and all they're the Heritage Cup. Nathan Frazier, Axiom, and Riley Osborne. Okay. Well, it's going to be Nathan Frazier and Axiom, because they have the tag team. So I guess it's just, maybe there's going to be like a 6-man? I don't know, but there's 4 of them. I don't know. Good Brothers are entering the number 1 contenders qualifying tournament. Really? They'll run through... Oh, Hank and Walker, Tank Ledger first. They are on a mission to deliver Magic Killers to every single tag team until they get a shot at the Wolf Dog that's stand to deliver. Yeah, my money's on, not good. I wouldn't say Good Brothers winning it. Winning it for the tag team, for a shot at the tag team titles? Not OTM, because LWO won. And then, am I an idiot? Hold on a second. Did I miss another tag match or no? I don't think I did. That was the only one, right? Because that was just that. Yeah. And there was just the promos. So it's just that one. They're just like, I don't know. Listen, man, there's too many tag teams. Tag teams at SmackDown can't even do it. Okay, so, man, then we had Shawn Spears and Ridge Holland. And Spears is just, Shawn is getting beat up. Ridge is beating the poop out of Shawn Spears. Okay, throws him into the barricade and all this nonsense. And, Spears, fights back, but, Holland is really just, knocking him down, to be honest with you. Raining down haymakers, launches Spears over the top rope, throws Spears into the ringside barricade, running shoulder attacker on the floor, throws Spears into the steel ring steps, chokeslams Spears to the gets up onto the steps and chokeslams him through it, back into the ring, a steel chair, snatches the chair out of Holland's hands, rolls him over, Holland goes, oh yeah, all that's what it was, he did all that, Holland goes for the Northern Grit, Spears lands back on his feet. Was he trying to flip him over? Because I do remember he landed back on his feet. Spears connects with the C4 into the chair to pick up the victory. Man, that match, I didn't like it. I remember watching it and being like, hey, it wasn't terrible, but it's all that for Ridge to lose all the way at the end, and I don't really know what this did. So Triple Williams comes out, and I like this segment, and this is what I was talking about with Jey Uso. Trick put over how they've known each other for a long time and how they were friends and how they have, what am I trying to say here? They've been been in all the matches and they've been winning a bunch of matches and stuff like that, putting over their friendship and everything. And that's what I really liked about it. He really sold the importance of their relationship and stuff. Metaphor come out. They're about to beat him up. I'll make it really simple. I'm here to steal all that hype. Because let's be serious, there's nobody hotter than you right now, looking the way Lash looking at me. Okay, I didn't know. Now, when I saw this, I was like, what? But I didn't know that Lash Legend and Trick are together. I didn't know they were a couple. Shout out to them. So, I already know what's up. You need to be listening to what Noam is trying to tell you, boo. That was Lash Legend. Dar, you listen to Lash. Supernova 11 is ready to blast off. Can't think of a better way. Trick tees off on Noam and Oro. Right? Oro Mensa starts making out with Lash. Clears the ring and show goes off the air. So, I thought that was kind of weird. But now that I know that they're in a relationship, it's okay, I see nothing wrong with that. I don't know. It would just been weird if he just randomly kissed her. Okay, but... that's Rampage. Oh yeah, Big Business. That's right. So Mercedes comes out and great cuts a promo. Oh yeah, with Willow shows a lot of unfinished with Willow, which is listen, she's here and I'm very excited. Apparently she's got backstage heat. I don't know what that means. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Okay, I'm gonna read it. That's fine. I don't even want to know. It's probably not even that big of a deal. Maybe it is. The fact that she just got there and there's already quote-unquote backstage heat. Lord. I don't even know how to explain it. It's I'm not just gonna watch. So, alright. Where do I even begin? Where do I even start? The song is almost hypnotic. Chant this at her. Chant it. Chant CEO. She's happy to be there. And they chant welcome home. Bruh. Willow vs. Rio is the main event? Okay. Sure. Man. Joe vs. Wardlow. Wardlow loses. What a fucking nightmare. Man. What are we doing? Oh my God. I literally said out loud. Immediately swerve Joe. Immediately. Joe knocks out Wardlow. Swerve immediately comes out. And the security pulls them apart and the crowd is on fire for it. What are we doing? Eddie Kingston, Penta and Pac versus the Elite. This was a really good match. when I see matches like these, my brain automatically tunes them up because I'm like, I already know this is going to be good. But it starts out, didn't it start out? Yeah, Kingston and Okada start. Yeah, and then Okada tags out. And then the whole time I was just worried that Pac was going to hurt himself. And listen, that is nothing against him as a performer. It's just, it can happen. It can happen at any point, at any time, even if you're being extra careful. You can over rotate at any moment, and it could not even be your. I don't even know how to explain it. But when they come back from injury, I'm just extra sensitive because it's like, oh my God, you just came back from injury. You know, you're not more susceptible, but like if it happens again, it could be more serious. Ugh. But he's diving out, and he's doing fine, and the match is great, and I'm enjoying it. Charles by Kingston. Okada definitely got lit up. He got a red chest. Ducks a back fist. Running Destroyer by Pac. Oh, yeah. They did the thing where they do all their finishers all at the same time, pretty much. Kingston drops Nick on the top rope. Throw it first. Oh, yeah, hangs him up. Backhand to Matthew. Nick kicks Kingston low behind the referee's back. Okada finishes with a Rainmaker. Yeah, this is a good match. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait. Shout out to Mike Markazian. Oh my God, this is written different. Tony Schiavone comes out, welcomes Will Ospreay. He's pretty he's just happy to be out there, you know. April 21st, about finding out who's the best wrestler in the world. His name is Will Ospreay. Oh yeah. Talking about Bryan Danielson. Oh yeah, and he was watching him for a very long time, you know, he admires him and all. It's giving face versus face. It's giving, like, hey, this match is going to be really good, you know, face versus face type deal. So I don't know because so far we haven't heard anything from Bryan yet, so I don't know if he's going to do a heel type deal. So, Darby Allin versus Jay White. Basically, this is a good match. I want to give a shout out to this match. It was really good. But finish comes. Darby is just covered in bandages, by the way. Just getting absolutely annihilated. Goes for the coffin drop. Jay crawls to the outside of the apron. Goes for the coffin drop anyway. Misses. Hits on the apron. Literally comes back in at like 9.9 seconds on the referee's 10 count. Hits the Blade Runner. Jay wins. So, post-match, Guns come out. Start beating up Darby. Acclaimed come out to make the save. Don't know what the hell's going on. And then I don't know who hits him first. I think it was the Guns. Guns hit Billy first when Billy goes to, I don't know, talk to someone. He turns his back to one of them and they start beating him up. The Acclaimed, who are carrying Darby up the ramp, literally just drop Darby. Come back in. They get beat up. That's the end of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Good. Weren't really doing anything. Didn't need to be together. Miss Max Caster's raps. Definitely need to bring those back. Lion Hook versus Gates of Agony. Listen, don't know why this needed to happen. Listen, I just, no offense to the Gates of Agony. It was a great match, right? Toa gets on the apron. Jericho hits him with a double jump drop kick. Taps to the rep room. Oh yeah, because he's like, wasn't he like stuck in it for a really long time? And then Hook goes, Toa grabs the arm. Jericho grabs Toa, drags him outside. Posts him, now snatches off the Red Rumble and Conan. Jericho says, oh yeah, hits him with the, why did he need to do that? That's right, he had the Red Rum in, and then Jericho just gets him in the walls of Jericho, and then lets him go, and then does something else, and it's like, what did you need to do that for? You man. So, Kyle O'Reilly's backstage, basically, last 2 years were the darkest days of his life, wanted to see if he can still hang. Benny Hunter, Brian Keith, and Adoka can bring out the old Kyle O'Reilly. So, get a first match. Good. Love to see how he's going to do. Roger shouts Kyle. Raj. Well, listen, man. Roger comes in. He's got a ton of respect. Oh, yeah, he hugs him. Jericho says that Hook showed him he's got a world champion potential, but he wants to face him. Because, sure, why not? Rio versus Willow Nightingale. Willow bounces off the middle rope and connects with a huge lariat. Babe with the powerbomb by Willow. But Rio counters with a back body drop. Willow holds on. Then hits the Babe with the powerbomb. Oh, that's what it is. Babe with the power. I really like that. Babe with the powerbomb. Willow wins. These women were short on time. After the match, both women embrace. Oh yeah, Julia Hart comes out. That's right. The lights out. Julia Hart comes out. And Sky Blue chop blocks Willow from behind. Wants to hit Willow. Oh yeah, then Mercedes comes out. Belly elbow for Sky Blue on the ramp. Oh yeah, okay. Gory bomb into a DDT to Julia. Willow and Mercedes embrace. We go off the air. Did I see that? I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember. I think, yeah, Mercedes came out. That's right. Yeah. It should be through. Never mind. I do remember. Okay. All right. And that's AW. All right. All right. Sorry. I'm just now realizing that that's it. Even though I could do SmackDown. But then that would kind of like throw everything off. Because then, would everything be laid? Oh, but then I could do the next SmackDown. We have 10 minutes. All right. I can do it. You know what? We're going to do it. But I didn't watch it. Should I just do it? No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it yet, so we can't do it. All right. That's it. We're going to move over to the rumors. So, ladies and gentlemen, please hang tight while we be right back. That's right. We're back. And we're heading into the rumors now. I don't know if I should call this something. I was thinking about that. Should I make this a new segment? Turn this into like an official... I don't know what I would call it, though. I got to think about that. All right. We're just going to hop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. On Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez claimed, quote, there have been moves regarding Brock Lesnar, and, quote, there are movements to bring him back. That doesn't mean it will happen, but there are those who could be attempting to make it happen. I don't know why. I don't know what you would need him to come back for. It seems a bit weird. If you would want him to come back, that means that you want him at WrestleMania, or you want him in some type of meaningful capacity of some kind, right? You want him to be involved in something important, because you wouldn't need to be, why are you working so hard? You know, and I'm not saying that they're doing it. I'm just saying in general, it seems a bit weird that you would be trying so hard to do something like that right now, while if I'm correct, it's still going on. It's still ongoing, right? It just seems a bit odd, you know, to try and pursue something like that and risk the backlash, you know, because I feel like people have eyes and ears, and I feel like it wouldn't definitely not go unnoticed. So, like, to do something like that makes me feel like they know and they don't care. Like when Vince came out, you know, but then he came out and everybody was cheering him. So it's like, do they know? Would they know? Like the journalists and what have you, like the people who, like, you know, gremlins like me, right? They would know, but like, I don't know. I don't know if they would talk about it. You know what I mean? Maybe they would, but they have talked about it. They have talked about the lawsuit. So like, would they go so far as to talk? I mean, I haven't really heard anything else, any like details on it. Not on like the main news at least, right? So like, I don't know if like, I don't know. I don't. Again, there's no guarantee, right, that he's going to be back. But like, They wouldn't, right? They wouldn't. It's giving that. It's giving like they wouldn't though, right? We'll see. Tony Khan believes Kazuchika Okada, quote, could be a major heel star on American Wrestling TV, and made a decision to debut Okada as a heel with the Young Bucks before the former NJPW star even signed with the company. That according to a Fight for Select report that also says AEW considers the Elite segments on Dynamite and Collision last week to have been a, quote, home run. So Okada seems like he's going for the Continental Championship. I've already talked about this. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do, right? I don't know. Like, if he's going to hold a title, fine. That's the best that that's literally the best that I can give, right? And I don't want Eddie to lose it. I don't. I love Eddie. And this is like, you know, this is a really big deal for him. And he's walking out with like 3. I mean, to be fair though, he has the other, because he's got the, oh my God, it's the NJPW Strong Championship. And then it's the Ring, I think one of them is a Ring of Honor Championship, if I remember correctly. So he still will have 2 titles, which is nice, which I do have to remember. But he did just win the Continental Crown, so like, it would be, I don't know. I low-key wouldn't want him to lose that, but, you know, what can you do? It's Kazuchika Okada. And he's already been pinned, so, you know, I mean, I don't know. I would love for him to win. I would love for him to just completely just swerve everyone in the entire universe and win, but I don't think that that's what they're going to do. Man, paying him, what was it, $13 million for 3 years? Yeah, They're going to give it to him, all right? They're going to melt it to him. So, I mean, they made him heel, and it's not really working because they're still cheering him, right? Because, I mean, how are you going to boo Kazuchika Okada? Like, the guy's a legend, you know? And, I mean, boom all you want, he still puts on fantastic matches, so, like, that's another thing that's, like, really hard to boo him for. So, I don't know what, I mean, I guess the heel is fine because you can go so many different ways with that, so if you're going to go any direction, the heel direction is probably the best way to go. Oh my lord. I feel like I'm, like, running through it, but, like, I shouldn't have to. But I've already talked about it, I feel. You know, like, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Right? And, I mean, the only thing I can talk about right now is just the fact that it seems like he's going to stay with the Elite for the foreseeable future, and he's going to take the Continental title off of Eddie Kingston. Pac has been yelling at him, so far, but I don't know if that's going to culminate to anything. I don't know, they may do another Bryan Okada match again. So far, Omega Okada's not on the table, but, like, that's just because Omega's still dealing with his illness, so, like, obviously that's on the table right now, but I'm sure that's in the cards somewhere, right? Maybe Okada Kingston 2 for the title. I don't know. So, I mean, I can obviously rattle off 1,000,001 different matches, but I don't know how many I'll be right on. So, I mean, the only thing we can really do right now is just sort of wait and see how that's going to turn out and see if that's going to, I don't know, see what's going to culminate from it. There's nothing else to say. According to Thoughtful Select, CM Punk kept a low profile at this week's NXT taping, with many people backstage unaware he was even there until he saw pictures of him online. So, this has to do with, apparently, now, I need you to follow me along. So, Booker T, on his podcast, was asked by his co-host, hey, did you see CM Punk backstage? And Booker T said, hey, I can't talk about that right now. I'll talk about it with you off air because I almost got into it with CM Punk. I'll talk about it with you off the air. And the article that I read, it was on Cage Side Seats. I don't remember who wrote it. I apologize. But they basically said, weird thing to say on air about something that you want to talk about off air. That's basically what they said, which is a good point. Which leads me to speculate, to agree with the person who wrote the article, that this could potentially be a work. Because they're saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm going off of what I'm reading. Booker T apparently had a problem. I'm reading this. Apparently you barely even knew he was there. So unless Booker T or CM Punk, either or, actively sought out the other one, then, I don't really know what else to say. It sounds like one of them stepped on each other's shoes or something, like literally, like not metaphorically. They literally bumped into each other in catering and they knocked each other's food out of their hand, right? So I don't know what's going on here. He's gonna be in Chicago in 2 weeks, so maybe Booker T will show up. That'll be great. Booker T versus CM Punk, sure. Why not? Go back to like 2006? Sure. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. During a Q&A with fans on Twitter, I'm just going to call it Twitter, man. Elon, if you're going to shoot me with the laser from the space satellite beam in space, go ahead. With your beams and your warp tunnels because you want to eliminate traffic? Yeah, I hear you. No, listen, I hear what you're saying, man. I hear you. Anyway. So anyways, some are interpreting, alright, Alexa Bliss reiterated that she plans to return to wrestling. Some are interpreting this tweet from the Ohio native as meaning she hopes or plans to be back for SummerSlam in Cleveland. So, she put out a bunch of tweets. Q&A. And she spelled out Ohio, which I guess is like a chant, sure. I guess that means that she's going to come back. I don't know what that 100% means, Maybe that means she's going to try to. Maybe it means that they have something planned. I hope that she's going to come back and she's not going to be spooky. I hope she's going to come back as her Twisted Bliss gimmick. That was the best one. And I think that is where she can, thrive with the most personality, because I feel like she could definitely stand out. I know that it definitely sounds like, the cliche, oh, I'm better than you and everybody else is, fucking terrible, and I feel like, that sounds like it could get lost backstage, but Alexa Bliss, I feel like definitely, honed it for a very long time back in 2019 and what have you, before she got sucked up by the Bray Wyatt vacuum, but she did, I'm just saying, she did that well too, but that the spooky thing is kind of good. Spooky thing is kind of played out. So I don't know, what they're going to do, but I hope they go that direction. Because it's SummerSlam. I have no idea when SummerSlam is. I'm assuming, I'm going to go ahead and say it's after Backlash. I want to say I don't know, man. Either way, right? More than enough time for her to return. So, maybe she'll return before then? I don't know. It sounds like she'll return at SummerSlam. I don't know. Maybe she'll return before it. Hopefully around that time. Like I said, hopefully she doesn't have a cheesy gimmick and she's just back to her old self. I don't know what they're going to do. It depends on the landscape going in, potentially. So, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't mean to make this so quick. Is this too fast? Am I going too fast? I feel like I'm getting my points across. I'm getting all the dynamic stuff that I want to say out, and I'm trying not to double speak. So that's why I'm kind of trying to cut it short, you know what I mean? Because I'm catching myself saying the same thing. But I'm trying to elaborate with what I'm saying, you know what I mean? I feel like I should read them over, I feel like I went way too quick. It's only been 10 minutes. But, I don't know. There's not really much else to say, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If she returns, I don't know when she will. So, I'm just hoping, obviously my main concern is that, she just, I'm sure she will, but I'm hoping she'll just slot into the roster. Finally, AEW has interest in signing Shelton Benjamin per Fightful. They have interest. And it sounds like Benjamin is also interested as well. So, maybe he will show up at Dynasty, because this is not is that a pay-per-view? I think there's a pay-per-view that's in a couple weeks for AEW. He could potentially show up at Dynasty because he did used to be called the Gold Standard. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that. I'm hoping that, and I talked about this. That's what I'm saying. I already talked about this stuff. I worry that he's going to show up and then he's just going to be on Rampage. And then it's going to be it, and I don't want that. I wanted to have a championship, And I'm not saying there needs to be more championships, but it's I don't know. It's just I want him to do something. But then I say that for everyone. But it's I don't know. I was about to say everyone deserves a shot. The people who have been getting signed are people who deserve and who have proven and who are capable of holding championships for a long time and being able to sell the value and the importance and being able to put on good matches because that's what you want, right? Shelton is good. He's a good champion. He's a good tag partner, right? He can turn himself into a completely different person in AEW, and he can really do something Swerve, right? Swerve is going after the World Championship, and listen, no offense, he was in Hit Row in WWE. You can build a character, and Shelton, I feel has the ability to do that, and I don't doubt any of his, what's the word? I guess ability, because I can't think of any other word, right, of being able to get to that level, and that's what I'm saying, he deserves the championship, so does Mercedes, right? So, I don't know, I don't want him to show up, and it's just the matches are great, right? But there's no stakes. It's just him in a match, and the few matches that he's in a feud, but again, it's just I don't know how to explain. He's on the card, but I don't know. There's no championships involved or anything. I like him, and I want him to do well, and I have no doubt that he will. Right? I don't know. I can't help but be apprehensive. I can't help it. I'm sure you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, You sound like you don't have any faith in him. Or you sound like you don't have any faith in AEW. And, alright, let me think. Do I not have faith in... No, it's not that I don't have faith in Shelton. And it's not that I don't have faith in AEW. Because like I just said, they built Swerve up to be a champion. And they're doing a good job with Hook. I'll tell you that for free. And I already know that, like, they know what they're doing. It's just, obviously they're going to, like, not be able to keep every single plate spinning at the same time. But I digress, right? So, I think it's just, I'm just apprehensive about the entire thing. That's all. So, either way, but I don't doubt that Shelton's going to do well. That's it, really. 15 minutes isn't too bad. Should I go over them again? I mean, I don't really have to. Because then it would be giving ringside, and I don't want to do that. So, that's it, boys. Oh, well, nothing left to do but get yourself packed up, get your clothes, and your toothpaste, and your toothbrush, and make sure you put your shampoo. I keep twisting the mic, damn it! I don't even mean to do that! Oh my god, I keep noticing way too late, Lord! Oh, the audio is going to be so crazy, man. It's going to be so whacked out. But the mic is actually, anyway, the mic is kind of close, so... Anyway, make sure you've got your shampoo in a separate Ziploc bag, please, because we're on our way to Rumination Station. That's right. That's right. Oh, I say that's right a lot, but you know what? It's a good intro, so why don't you go ahead and leave me alone. Hello, welcome. It's Rumination Station. Ladies and gentlemen, Easter is upon us. It's happening on March 31st. That's not here yet, but it's on the way. So why don't we go ahead and find out where the Easter Bunny comes from? It's called Where Does the Easter Bunny Come From? I should definitely read the title out. This is by Matt Suniak, and it was published on March 13th, 2024. The Easter Bunny's origin story is a bit complicated and might have more to do with the spring season and old pagan traditions than it does with Christianity. The Bible doesn't make any mention of a good-natured rabbit hopping from house to house to deliver baskets of eggs to kids on Easter Sunday. So to understand Easter Bunny roots, we have to dig deeper, because spring is the season of rebirth and renewal. Oh yeah, because the plants, does they spring out? Ooh, some sources suggest because we learned about the seasons. See, callbacks. Oh my God. Some sources suggest that may be a part of how bunnies, along with hares, became connected to the holiday. Known for their rapid reproduction rate, hares symbolize fertility in many cultures. They were also closely linked to certain goddesses like hold on. Oh my God, I lost my place. Oh no. Ostara, Eostre, also known as Ostara. We gotta go back. Known for their rapid reproduction rate, hares symbolize fertility in many cultures. They were also closely linked to their certain goddesses, like Eostre, also known as Ostra. In ancient pagan tradition, the Anglo-Saxon goddess Eostre ruled over the dawn and was associated with springtime and fertility. Not only that, but according to legend, she once saved a wounded bird whose wings had been frozen in the winter cold by transforming it into a hare. To give thanks, the hare supposedly returned once a year during her festival to lay colored eggs, as they were seen as emblems of life renewing itself. What? As Christianity spread, it was common for missionaries to practice some good salesmanship by placing pagan ideas and rituals within the context of the Christian faith. Part of how they pulled this off is by transforming pagan festivals into Christian holidays, like Christmas. The Eostre festival occurred around the spring equinox on March 20th, so it was around the same time that Christians celebrated Christ's resurrection. Ooh. The two celebrations eventually became one, with Eostre spelled Eastre, in Old English, likely lending her name to the holiday. Cool! With the kind of blending that was going on among cultures, it would seem only natural that the pagans would bring the hare and egg images with them into their new faith. The hare later became the more common rabbit. Apart from the story about Eostre and her magic hair, there are other theories as to why bunnies are connected to Easter and why eggs are so strongly linked to the holiday. Within Christianity, eggs are seen as representative of Christ's resurrection. Okay, because the eggs themselves, laid by the hare, were seen as like new life. Christians typically refrain from eating them during Lent, so preserving them to decorate and devour later was seen as a way of marking the start of springtime celebrations. Okay, so you celebrate them on purpose. The custom of using eggs around Easter is also mentioned in Germanic writings from the late 1500s. The Germans converted the pagan hare image into Osterhaus, or good Osterhace, who lays a clutch of colored eggs each year in gardens as gifts for good children, who would then go on hunts for them. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Easter hare hunts were also commonplace in places like England. This might have stemmed from old European folk traditions, which held that witches often took the form of hares and caused mischief during the winter months. Eating hare around the holiday was seen as a way of preventing witches from causing further mayhem in the spring. Easter hare hunts were also commonplace in places like England. This might have stemmed from old European folk traditions, which held that witches often took the form of hares. Okay. Osterhaus came to America with Pennsylvania Dutch settlers in the 1700s and evolved into the Easter bunny as it became entrenched in American culture. Over time, the bunny started bringing chocolate and toys in addition to eggs. While Easter egg decoration dates back to at least the 13th century, the chocolate rabbit is believed to have originated with Germans in the 18th century. They even started making Osterhaus pastries in the 19th century too. The Easter bunny even went with European settlers to Australia, as did actual bunnies. These rabbits, fertile as they are, got a little out of control, so the Aussies regard them as serious pests. The destruction they've caused to habitats is responsible for the major decline of some native animals and some tremendous damage to crops. It is perhaps not a great idea to use an invasive species as a symbol for a religious holiday, so Australia has been pushing to the Easter bilby, an endangered marsupial, kind of looks like a bunny if you squint, as an alternative. I love when shit happens in some far off land or somewhere in America, and then some fucking doofus rolls up and is like, look at that thing, that's cool, yoinks it, puts it on their boat, goes all the way back, and then goes, holy shit, guys, have you seen this? And then goes, oh my god, that's incredible. And then the change starts. Someone who's in their land, neck of the woods, is like, that's cool, yoinks that, takes that to their place, and says, holy shit, have you seen this? And then it just explodes. I love that. That's crazy. So the eggs were painted to preserve them and eaten later, like almost out of respect. And the eggs themselves represent rebirth, which is kind of why it's like blended in like Christianity. And the hare is because the goddess Eostre saved a bird that was dying with its wings and turned it into a bunny, and it visited every year. That's incredible. I love Easter. I am never going to eat an egg for the rest of my life. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. And as always, big hugs. Big hugs all around.